could cut something, all right.
I got something for you to cut, yeah. What's going on, YouTube? I'm John. Today I've got the Rafale 64mm sent to me by FMS. We have not been paid to say anything about this model. All they wanted us to do was make some cool content, and that's what we're gonna do. So, the last time you guys saw us fly this thing, we flew the crap out of it. I mean, just absolutely flew the crap out of it. But check it out now. There used to be a receiver up front. There is no longer. There used to be an FMS reflex gyro up front. No longer does that exist either. Receiver is in the back, attached to the very top of this. It's an AR637TA. I wanted that so I could get voltage telemetry. That's what you see right there. That's what we got. I wanted to be able to have voltage telemetry because I wasn't sure how much fun it was going to be when I first flew it, and I didn't think it'd be worth it. But how much fun this thing is, this is, without a doubt, my honest opinion, the best 64mm jet in this class that you can get. If you're looking for a fighter jet that can do almost anything you want except for high-speed passes, this is what you want. This thing does so much. Spins, loops, rolls, high alpha, inverted high alpha, it does it all. But because all the wiring has been shifted to the back, we need to actually start mounting the battery a little bit further forward. All right, get this Helios Pack 45C 3000 battery shoved in there. Now we have voltage telemetry, so we can actually hear what the voltage is in real time. Flip her upside down. Got some wind today. Perfecto. Let's do it. I almost want to just hand launch it. I think we probably can. No takeoff roll for us.
Straight to the front.
This thing is awesome, man. You don't even have to cut handholds in it to fly it. You can kind of hold it by the landing gear. Let's see if we can get it to high alpha into the wind. Push it full down and it would not come out of that. You saw that?
Yeah, it was literally come to a stop.
Yep. You see why I like this jet so much, guys? It's not because they sent it to us, it's because it's awesome. Look at the roll rate with the AS3X only, so I have my own custom mixing and everything. I mean, it handles like a dream, dude. Make this thing come down like an elevator. Look at it go. Give it some elevator input.
I'm gonna press the pause button again.
What? Oh, yeah.
You made it stop in mid-air.
Using some rudder to turn it around, keeping that thrust in. I mean, look at it go. We're in inverted high alpha right now. It's just so windy, it's kind of hard to keep it locked in like that without getting too turbulent. High alpha king though, man. Like, there's not a whole lot of jets that fly better than this at this scale. I can't really actually think of any off the top of my head where I can get this comfortable doing this kind of stuff with it. Now we just need to talk to Larry from 5280 and get him to send me a 64mm afterburner for this thing.
Oh yeah.
It's just so much fun to fly, man. I mean, how many jets can you do that with? Honestly, how many can you do that with? Where I can just go up like that, pull around, and just land at precision. It's so lightweight. However, I don't like that the nose gear doesn't have a whole lot of travel, so there is an issue there. I could probably replace the servo to get better travel out of it. But I mean, we have, what, how many volts left? 15.02 volts. We're at storage voltage on a flight that lasted 3 minutes and 22 seconds, so it does eat up a bit of battery. I'm not saying it doesn't. But the fun that you get with it, and the fact that you can even fly it in this wind at all, is testament to how good this design is. I mean, look at this thing. It's awesome. This is AS3X right here. I could jank it up even more. Getting all that? I can turn it all the way off, or almost completely disable it. There we go, completely disabled on these sliders in the back. We're going to do some more with it as the wind kind of calms down a little bit. We have moved the center of gravity a little bit further forward for what I'm planning to do with it, which is going to be absolutely ridiculous. So we have the 3004S Helios pack that we got from Hangar 18 Hobbies pushed up pretty far because the receiver and the wiring is all back here now to kind of get that moment of inertia on the elevons to be a little bit more powerful, which should help with rotation. Hold it sideways against the wind, check our center of gravity. Slightly nose down or so, right here instead of back here. So it should be less susceptible to going crazy. Let's go. Some of those bumps really help it get around. It still feels very agile with the weight shifted in the plane. Doesn't have any alpha lock tendencies anymore. Actually kind of like it like this. So we're going to show you guys how agile this plane is. Look where I'm flying it, in a bowl.
30 seconds.
Come on up, Will. Whee! But I mean, this thing has no problems flying in here.
1 minute.
Get that battery going. Plenty of power left to work with. And I brought some extra packs too, because we're going to need it. This jet excels in flying in tight areas. I mean, look at us. We're having no problems here. I could probably shift the CG back even further. I'm loving it though. This is fun. I mean, look at this thing. If I make any mistake, I have to go out into that water to get it, and I'm not even concerned about it. And if I'm not concerned about this thing, you shouldn't be either.
Nice.
Get that water?
Yes.
That's what I'm looking for. This is that kind of goofy stuff that you really need to do for a proper review of these models, man. Like, this flying in circles stuff just ain't cutting it. Like, anybody can fly in circles. If the plane can't do that, it's not really a plane, is it?
2 minutes.
That is correct. I am holding my breath every time you go over that water.
It is getting a little weird feeling. So I want to shift the battery further back on a brand new pack. You having a hard time keeping up?
Nope. Just when you go over my head, it's a little weird. But
I mean, look at me. I'm going to do a minimum radius turn right here. No problems. It's turning within 30 feet. And we're not too far away from trees either.
we're actually really close to it.
I mean, this is fun, man. Legitimately a lot of fun. And we're probably going to start filming stuff over here now that we have a radio to monitor the CTAF, so that we can do some other cool stuff with these models. Look how high alpha you can get with that thing.
I thought you would touch the tail just to do it.
I was tempted to. But I didn't. Rudder's very effective, at least in high alpha. I have something I want to try. I think I could probably grab it out of midair.
Did you just fly it right past your face?
Yep.
He's gonna attempt to grab it out of midair. Here we go. Either way this goes, it's gonna be cool content.
I almost got it. I mean, I'm not afraid of this plane at all. I just don't want to damage it, because I told FMS I'd get a lot of content with it. A little bouncy.
Right.
But I think what we can do is lighten it up even more with a new battery pack, and then get it to try it. Like with this wind, if we can keep this wind like this, I can grab it out of midair. So we're gonna do this because I'm gonna use this wind to my advantage.
Hot swap.
My final review on this jet, man, it's a solid 10 out of 10. And I don't say that because they sent it. I say it because, like, you can watch me. I trust it. I know it's gonna do what I want it to do. Let's see if I can do a hand toss and a grab at the same time.
Get out of here.
Got it. You get all that?
I got the whole thing.
10 out of 10. You think I'd grab anything else out of the air? This is a solid 10 out of the 10. Look at that. Not even a hint of damage. We're gonna do it again. We're gonna do it again. First thing we're gonna do is kill the throttle, put this on the ground, get me a better handle on it. I mean, I freaking love this thing, dude. All it needs is full span elebogs. Oh yeah. Got some wind, let's do it. You gotta be okay there, babe.
Oh, man.
You gonna be okay there.
Yes, that is awesome.
What are you guys waiting for? Get this thing. It's $200, $199 on FMS Hobby. I think it is FMSHobby.com. Whatever the right link is, I'll either talk over it or paste it. It does go to help us out a ton if you get this thing. But I mean, like, I would never do this with a jet that I didn't trust that I could do it safely with. How much power we have left too?
15.72 volts.
He's gonna do it again. Just backwards toss the EDF jet.
Yeah, why not? What's the worst that could happen? Am I right? So far in this flying session, those wheels have not touched the ground. So let's bring her into the water. We are going to run a potential high alpha lock with the battery where it's at because it's lighter weight. I mean, dude, like, what else can you do this with?
This thing is goofy.
It is goofy. Let's see if I can get it lower to the ground and inverted high alpha. Definitely tail heavy.
What was that? Are you locked?
I was. A little locked, but I was able to throttle it out, modulated the throttle to get it back down. So yeah, because the weight is shifted in the back, it is kind of tail heavy right now. And I am kind of blind. I looked into the sun directly. See what I mean? It's nothing at all. It doesn't even bother me anymore. I've done it so many times. I don't care. I'm having fun, man.
I thought you were done. You just throw a plane right in the air.
Who
Like.
you talking to? Actually, you know what? Right there. Simple.
Close in person.
How much power we got left?
15.89 volts.
Well, I did goof it. I didn't throttle. I thought the wind would be enough. I just popped the landing gear out. Otherwise, it's fine, man. So you got the durability test on it too.
Yeah, nose gear just took a little scuff, but that's all.
Honestly, there's no damage to it aside from the nose cone. I'm just gonna order another one of those. Let's get that.
Back on.
There we go. So like it never even happened. Honestly, every other reviewer I've seen with this thing, they've already scuffed it way worse than this. So it just looks like the rest of everybody's stuff now. I'm gonna put this in my pocket, put it back on the thing later on. I'm gonna go one more time.
Heck yeah.
This time we're gonna do it right.
With some throttle. And it still flies like it never happened.
Like it never even happened. Yeah, I just made a mistake on that one. That was stupidity on my part. Yeah, I've never done that though. I've never caught a jet in high alpha. I'd always wanted to.
I've never seen anyone catch a jet, period. Literally ran out there and caught it.
Kind of had to. You get me? Have me doing that?
Yes.
You do not need to cut handholds into this jet, guys. Final review, absolutely 10 out of 10 jet. If you don't get this, you're just missing out. It's 200 bucks. If I crash it, you know, I'll go get another one. Or just get the parts for it. They're super cheap. I'm gonna buy a new nose cone maybe. Or just put some tape on the nose. I don't care at this point. Yeah, it's definitely more stable with that battery shoved further forward for sure. Look at all this goofy stuff you can do with it. We're already burning this pack up pretty quick.
That's a Z for you.
Yeah. It's the only way we can keep it above the ground in high alpha. I mean, look at it go. Gonna have to add some throttle as you begin to bank. You don't want to asymmetrically stall the wings. But we can use that headwind to our advantage. I could probably grab it out of the air again. I only did it, what, 4 times?
Yeah.
Hands off the throttle right now, just guiding it in with some rudder, or not rudder, but the elevator. There we go, hands back on.
I thought you were about to do it. That's why I was backing up behind you so I could see you actually catch it.
So you guys can see that this thing is just absurdly good. I mean, 200 bucks gets you a jet that I can have fun with and do whatever I want with. Yes, granted, there's some security for me knowing that FMS probably would send me another one if I asked them to, but I am fully prepared to pay the 200 bucks that this thing costs. It is so good. I mean, and I've spent, you don't want to know how much I spent. This thing cost me $2,000 by itself. I spent plenty of money on this hobby.
Right.
This beauty of a model right here. I mean, it just takes hits. It doesn't care. I mean, look at the nose. All I got to do is hit that with some foam putty, maybe a little bit of hot water to straighten it out slightly, and then beyond that, all I really have to do is hit it with some gray electrical tape, or even just paint it.
It's probably actually a really good entry level to Delta wings for someone.
Yeah, I've recommended this to a couple of my subscribers, like Bill, for example. You know who you are. I told Bill, look, man, this thing is absolutely a beginner's jet, but if you push it the way I'm pushing it, you can make it do ridiculous stuff. I mean, how many beginners are going to grab this thing out of midair? Maybe
Definitely
some.
not me.
But I mean, this is me showing you what this jet is truly capable of doing. It does kind of sort of does knife edge passes, but that's not what I'm looking for in a Delta, because it doesn't have a lot of stability with a completely flat belly like this. So there's no ventral fins to keep it stuck in the air. Knife edge is not what I care about with this plane. I care about slow, high alpha passes, doing nice coordinated turns, all sorts of cool stuff. This thing will teach you stick and rudder work like no jet normally will. You can get this thing into such a high alpha and then grab it out of midair is just the stuff dreams are made out of, man. I love this thing. I cannot say enough good things about it. This is, in my opinion, when it comes to jets, the perfect 64mm jet. You will find no finer jet out there than this particular one that FMS sent us to review. Wait till we see the Instagram reels where I just kind of like, oop, grab it, oop, grab it, oop, grab it. I don't do this kind of stuff with model unless I trust the model. There's some jets I will never do this with. Like the Viper 90, I could probably grab it out of midair if I had somebody helping me do it. It's a big heavy jet. You can't just do it from the nose. You have to grab the whole thing. But this thing's so lightweight with a wind gust, it'll just go stop in the air, grab it. It had 0 ground speed a couple of times. Almost had negative ground speed with the alpha pass. It's absurd. Links are in the description for this jet. You guys should totally pick it up. But we're going to switch right now and go back to the Rafale 80mm and finish up this comparison between the two jets. It's hard to beat this. Even I don't like the Rafale 80 as much as I like this one for what I'm doing. I wish I could get the Rafale 80 to be a little slower. it is still, like, this is not my favorite jet in general. It's my favorite 64mm jet. The Rafale is my favorite 80mm jet. So let's go get that and do some more crazy stuff.